growing up as a child of the 60s, peace, love, and harmony were the words being chanted by the hippies, flower children, and all who questioned authority and were against the Vietnam War. I remember thinking how I couldn't wait to grow up. I knew in my young mind it was only a matter of time before these youthful rebels would age and mature and eventually be able to take their place in the world of politics and public opinion. With it, they would be able to change all the things we saw wrong with the establishment from a place of power and influence, and not from the streets. I recall my excitement thinking, what a wonderful world it would be, knowing that these brave crusaders were blazing a trail before me, their radical new views and opinions becoming a reality. And at that young age, I recognized I would be the first generation to reap the benefits of their efforts. I felt blessed to be born in such a historic time. Wow, was I wrong? Often I ask myself, where have all the flower children gone? Where are the young men and women who fought for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Where are the people who burned flags, bras, and draft cards, who marched on college campuses and on Washington, D.C., so that their voices could be heard? I find it hard to believe the thoughts and values they fought so valiantly for have disappeared and are only a fond memory of a golden age gone by. This point has become painfully obvious in recent days. As I work with clients and talk with friends, I hear the sound of hopelessness in their voices. They watch as gas and food prices soar. They gaze in disbelief at the senseless violence escalates. They stand by helplessly as their jobs are moved overseas and their personal freedoms are taken away one by one. In the end, they are left feeling impotent. In the end, they're left feeling impotent because they're unable to control the path their lives are taking and feel powerless to change it. It's interesting because on an individual basis, all we want is to be happy, healthy, and live our lives in integrity. We want to know we have a job to go to on Monday. We want to be able to feed our children, breathe the air around us, drink the water, and step outside our homes. Instead, we become increasingly alienated by the harsh reality of our world, a reality which creates conflict between how things are and how we would like for them to be. Thus, we end up feeling dissatisfied and give up all hope of a better, simpler life. Hopelessness is a hard emotion to experience, one we all have embraced at one point in our lives. It seems to happen just before we hit rock bottom, when we cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, or when life seems futile and we just want to give up. It's a natural part of the human condition. Over the last 6 months, the feeling of hopelessness has become overwhelming for many of us. Every time we turn around, there's a crisis. Someone we love dies. We lose our jobs, or our child falls ill. After the situation we are facing is handled, it's not long before another challenge steps into our lives, and once more the drama begins anew. This unrelenting pressure, we are left feeling tired and disillusioned, transforming the most optimistic person into a pessimist. Today, the pressures being experienced are not only coming from our personal lives, but also from a much larger community, the world of big business and the political arena. As we watch what's going on in the world, many of us think, what can I do to change or affect what is going on? Unfortunately, in our state of hopelessness, the only answer we receive is nothing. Because we believe our lone voice will never be heard, we end up conceding to the futility of fighting the establishment. And in our sea of inner disquiet, we realize that we are being coerced into accepting a system which does not support us and the greater good of society. It is from this perspective that we surrender our power and feel we are unable to bring about change. It is said that it is always the darkest before the dawn. For many of us, the truth is we cannot even see the light at the end of the tunnel. We are living in the midst of darkness, hoping and praying for even the faintest glimmer of light to emerge. And so while this period in human history may not be fun, there are many blessings that will come from it. The good news is hopelessness causes us to go within. It forces us to reflect and evaluate our lives. It provides us the opportunity to uncover steps necessary to alter our life course. As a result, we find strength which helps us to build our inner resolve and restore our faith. We also have to realize that we're not alone. There are countless millions who are feeling trapped, hopeless, and are at the end of their ropes. What the powers that be don't realize is that it's only a matter of time before they push us far enough into a corner that we have no choice but to take a stand. When that happens, it won't matter what they say or want us to do. When we have determined enough is enough, the strength of our unity as a whole will make a difference, and a change will begin on all levels. So for all of us, the sick, the tired, the forlorn, remember, it's just a matter of time. Things cannot keep going the way they are. Change is inevitable. So whether it's today, tomorrow, next year, we must let the light shine into our dark tunnels to lift the veil of hopelessness and despair. With this newfound sense of hope, we will be able to walk peacefully through the darkest of night. We will find through our renewed courage, fortitude, and sense of self that we will be able to create a world of change. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and the message it has. Please share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like me, Dr. Rita Louise on Facebook, or schedule a private consultation by visiting soulhealer.com. Till next time, I'm Dr. Rita Louise. Be blessed.